Well, it's that time again, everyone. Got a interesting dramatic thriller for you today in the form of Hunting Daze, directed and written by Anik Blanc, giving us the story of Nina, who's an exotic dancer who ends up she ends up being stranded, so she makes a phone call for someone she knows, and that person comes and gets her. But the stipulation of picking her up is that she has to ride with them out to the hunting cabin where they are joining their friends for a guy's weekend of hunting and general shenanigans. And we see how Nina actually earns a place within this group, this little micro society of men, and things are going well until a stranger shows up, and that stranger, due to a certain event, ends up already stressing these new relationships she has with this group of men, and we see how things escalate and spiral further and further out of control as they try to handle the dramatic situation which has occurred. And that's what I want to say, because again, this week, really trying, each one of these films that I've watched really are interesting, and I hate to spoil too much for you, but let's just say that this is definitely a different take on your guys in the remote hunting cabin film. You know, usually the person that gets picked up, the new addition to the group, ends up being the one that is hunted, right? But in this case, we have Nina, who's played wonderfully by Nahima Ricci, and I thought she did fantastic. She's a confident, strong woman who knows, lets everyone knows where the boundaries are, that she takes no shit, but she also still has a soft spot. So I loved how she played this character and how Nina was written, a very strong character that you can get behind. And she's got some wonderful chemistry and dynamics with this group of men that she finds herself among. Bernard is kind of the leader of the guys. They're not like, you know, we're doing all this, but he helps guide the rest of the group. He's the more mature one out of all of them. Bernard's played by Bruno Marcil, and I thought he did very well in this role as just that guy, that kind of the most experienced wolf out of the pack. Then we have Kevin, played by Frederic Millar Zuvi, and I thought he did well in here as kind of the a guy who's a little bit more sympathetic and such. Philippe, played by Marc Beaupré, he's kind of in the middle, kind of go along with everyone. He just wants to have a really good time. Alexandre Landry playing LP, who's the guy who seems to be the most wild card out of this whole group. He's the one that gets them into the situation that they're in. And yeah, LP really causes some mischief and played just the way you want this character to be played by Landry. Then Maxime Genot, played by Claude, is more of the muscle guy of the group. I thought he did well. He's kind of more in the background a little bit. And then the person who ends up disrupting this dynamic the most, Duo Dos, played by Nobi Ndei, and I hope I pronounced that right. If not, I apologize. But fantastic character. You really feel nervous for a Duodos. I mean, first you felt nervous for Nina, and then when this character shows up, you feel even more nervous. And yeah, it's great because we're seeing this group through Nina's eyes. She is the one that is representing the audience, who you're with this hunting group, and then you start maybe not being so much with this hunting group. It just takes you through some emotions. I can see why this got picked by South by Southwest last year, because it is an effective, interesting film that has a small cast of talent in just basically one location, but creates some really tension-filled moments, really extreme moments, and some back and forth and some emotional moments as well. And all of this, just this ball of tension, and the way it ended, I thought was very, very interesting. The angle that they took with it by the end, which kind of surprised me from where we started. So Hunting Daze is definitely worth a watch, folks. You're looking for something a little different in a dramatic thriller. This is it. It is going to be subtitled, which don't let that stop you, because if you don't watch films with subtitles, you're going to be missing out on some wonderful cinema. And Hunting Daze, I found highly entertaining and tension-filled, and I think if you give it a chance, you will find it that way as well. So thank you so much for watching. Please help us get to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Like, subscribe, bells and whistles and all that here. I appreciate the view, and thank you for your support. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.